Welcome to The Big Picture, where we help people
See,
think and act bigger. And my name is Joe.
my name is Dave.
Hi, Dave. How are you?
I'm doing great.
That's
I'm
good.
enjoying this wonderful place you got here.
Yeah, it's for everybody who is listening, and you're not seeing where we are. We're beside the pool. Very good place
Cozy
to
place,
be. Cozy
yeah.
place to be. And going back to the big picture. I think before we proceed, let's introduce ourselves, right?
Yes, exactly. So yeah, my name is Dave, and I'm actually a freelance guy for 5 years now.
5
And
years.
Yes, not because I love it, and the thing is, the reason behind it is I don't want to work for someone else.
No.
I mean, I do have clients, but I don't want to be stuck in an office and all. And I've been loving it, and I've been doing that for 5 years, and I'm proud of it. And it made me do a lot of things that on my free time, like joining clubs like Toastmasters, and
Yes.
where
Where we
we
met.
actually met.
Yes.
And doing stuff that I think would help me succeed, especially in the entrepreneurial side of things.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And in my case, my name is Joe again, and I've spent 12 years, as opposed to Dave, basically spent 12 years in the corporate world. And recently I stepped out, did a little bit of consulting, did a little bit of training, and, trying out podcasting. And we're here.
Yeah, we're here. And you might be wondering, guys, why we are starting this.
Yeah.
So how about we explain to them why we even start the big picture?
Sure. And I can start talking about it. And, I think it's better to you guys to see it instead of me talking about it. There's a viral video right now, and we'll share it to you guys, so don't worry. We'll share the link together with this episode. And the viral video basically shows a father
Yeah.
living for an IFW. He's living outside the country, and he's leaving to work outside the country, and the daughter was basically crying.
No, yeah.
It's a very
I've seen
touching
that.
video.
And, yeah, and you even commented that it's like you can't imagine yourself doing that to your daughter, right?
I have a daughter, and I would imagine she'd be, if she cries that hard, it would break my heart.
Yes,
basically.
so.
And for sure, you can relate to that. We definitely can relate to that. And our goal is to help Filipinos around the world to basically live a quality life and live a life of their dreams.
Yeah, and coming home is actually a possibility, right?
Yes, it is.
Yes,
It is.
and that's what we're actually gearing with this, and it encompasses a lot of people, not just IFWs, but
Right.
also those who truly work hard, like 50 hours, 60 hours a week, right?
That's right.
You
Yeah,
just-
sometimes you're here locally. You're just like few kilometers from your family, but you can't see them.
Yeah, and because
hang out with them.
you go like so early of the traffic,
Right.
And you come home so
Exactly.
late, and you can't even enjoy it.
Yeah, someone told me, an 8 to 5 is that a real 8 to 5 because, you wake up 2 hours earlier, prepare food, and then travel for an hour. In some of the cases, like 2 hours for some of the guys. And, that's plus 2. And so if you work for 9 hours, that's actually plus 4. That's actually 13 hours.
Yeah,
That
and
takes a lot of your time.
And you can just imagine people in Manila, right? And how
Right.
they face that
Yeah.
problem each day.
Yeah.
Well, anyhow, so the big picture is about really helping. We believe that there are so many people out there that we could actually tap, that we plan to join us in our interviews
yes.
in the future, but because they made it here,
Yeah.
and they really own their time.
That's
they
true.
really they take care of their families. They are able to provide and even enjoy the luxuries of life.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you might be wondering why they were able to do that, and they're here. I mean,
Yeah.
they're just staying here with their families, and
Yeah, so I call that living local and staying local but living international kind of.
exactly. Well, here's my question though.
Yeah.
Do you think that people could actually survive just and have a wealthy,
Quality.
luxurious, quality life?
Right.
Is the word?
Yeah.
Here locally, just being here.
Yeah, so I wondered of the same thing because I've been in the corporate world, and sometimes I work a lot of hours over the whole week, right? And one of my question is there something better than this, right? and that's exactly a puzzle. And I believe that there's a lot of people that we can talk to, and Dave and I were able to compile a list of people
Exactly. And
we
we
think
have
will
high hopes.
inspire you. And
Yeah, we have high hopes of getting them there, right?
Yeah,
We
yeah.
will get them, so for
yeah,
sure.
and these people are not just gonna inspire you, but really give you so much value and give you the steps in order to, succeed wherever you are. Whether you're here locally or wherever you are around the country, you can be in Hong Kong, Dubai, and in whatever educational level that you are in, right? I mean, we've met people who are they don't have high education, but they're very, very successful, right?
Exactly.
Here.
Yes.
And
Yes.
and the other thing is the world is getting smaller and smaller because of technology. And one of the things that we may be able to do in the future is for Dave, you can share, like
Yeah, maybe I could
How-
share tips and all.
Tips, yeah.
Well, the thing is, we do believe that we could gather these people who could
Yes.
help me as well. Like
Yeah.
I'm still learning, man. And
Yeah, we're all learning.
and we are, and we I want because here we think that those people that we're gonna tap in. We're gonna invite in our podcast is that we believe that it could help a lot of people see the
Yes,
big picture.
yes.
And really, that this life is so much fun and so much exciting. Not the kind of thinking that it's miserable,
That's true.
or the third world mentality of like poverty mentality that there's less opportunities out
That's
there.
true.
There are actually a lot of opportunities out
Yeah.
there, and that's our message actually. And we wanna share to people that it is possible. We want to inspire people that it is possible, and we will be. I would consider myself as like the guinea pig from here,
Yeah.
like from
I
here
mean,
on.
me too.
Once I gather those people and listen to their tips, I believe I could.
Yeah,
you
we
know.
can move forward also, right? I mean,
Yeah,
you can,
exactly why I'm here, man.
Exactly, right? And it's not just about that. Also, like even if you're wherever you are, whatever you have, the idea is to help you move to the next level, whatever the next level is. So if you have any questions, pertaining to the topic and pertaining to what we're gonna talk about, feel free to message us. We're pretty much reachable
Yeah, exactly.
online.
Yeah, so they might be wondering where are we now in our lives, and why do we even consider this, right? And
Yes.
why we're are we the best guys to get the tips from?
Yeah.
What do you think about that, Joe?
I think we are the best guys to get the tip from because we're very curious.
Exactly. That's why we're here, right?
It's not because we're expert, but we are really curious people, and we are hungry to learn more and to help others also.
Yes.
And so I think we're the best in that aspect, right?
Yeah. So I personally I've been in a family where my dad was an OFW, and he worked like all of his life there. And in my existence when I was 25, I think we just met like 2 years and a half because
Wow.
he just comes home once a month. I mean, once a year and just a month.
Yeah.
And that's crazy, right? And
Is he still?
he went home, but the thing is that made a toll in the relationship, and I'm not sure if I'm allowed to share this, but I'm willing to share this. This is my testimony, and I trust you guys to tell my mom. But seriously, it got a toll in the relationship just because of the distance.
Okay, yeah.
And I don't want that to end
Right.
up with my life. I mean,
Right.
I don't want to have that in my life. I mean, if I could, as much as possible, just work together with someone, with my partner perhaps in the future,
Sure.
that I stick with them. Well, for all of you guys know, I'm still single now, and Joe is
Married.
already.
Yeah.
So we got a good tandem here. But the thing is, so for me, what I want is to prepare for the future.
Exactly.
And to really, just be with my family, take care of my mom, take care of my dad, and also have that wonderful life. So I'm at that stage of my life that I'm planning to grow. I'm planning to learn, and I'm planning to really find my options on I'm still wondering how some people, famous people like Bo Sanchez, and
Right, yeah.
it might not be just Bo Sanchez, it might be just someone we don't know.
Yeah,
Who,
there are people
there are a lot of people out there
who we don't know what they're filthy.
but they're
Rich.
they're with their family.
And they have quality life, right? I mean, they're not like
and they're doing
not
what they
miserable.
love. That's
They're
the most
doing it.
important
Exactly,
thing, right?
exactly.
They do the advocacies and all.
Yeah.
So I want to be that person,
Yeah.
and if you are that person, or if you think you aspire to be that, or if you aspire to come home, I think you came to
Join
the
the
right
ride.
place. Yeah, you
Join
came to
the
right place,
ride.
learn.
All right.
So, what do you think is our bigger vision for the overseas workers? I think most of our Filipino people who we've mentioned the video, and
Yeah.
and what do you think is the how can we help them really come home, or how can we help them
Yeah.
make them
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, the plan that we have is to invite business people, right? And then people who have earned on different ways, not just employment, right? And of course, if you're an employee, I mean, we're not trying to uproot you from where you are. We're just, giving you options, and as the title said for this podcast, a bigger picture.
Bigger picture, yes.
Of what's going on. Let me just share a little bit about my side of things. It's the reason we call this a bigger picture is because I'm also sick and tired of thinking small. I've grew up in an environment where people were thinking like well, let's build the next sari store, right? I mean,
Yeah, we're so stuck with the sari
yeah,
store.
so we're so stuck with that, and I'm thinking like, is there something bigger than this? And therefore, if we can find that, if we can find people who will teach us that, and this is the plan, and this is the vision for bigger picture, is we can find experts who will help us, think to the next level. If you're building sari store, you will build sari store version 9.0. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's not like just the sari. If you're a fisherman and you're used to bangka, you're gonna build the next bangka 9.0, and just crush that little minuscule thinking, and that's exactly the my vision of coming in here.
Cool. Yeah, I think we share the same vision.
Yeah.
And I think that there's always a bigger picture, and it's life is too short for us to consider thinking small. I mean,
exactly.
We are blessed with so much, and even the Philippines is blessed with so much, and I believe this is a beautiful country.
Beautiful country.
And
we love this country.
we love to stay here, and
Yeah. We love the sun. Even it's hot at times, but we just love it.
the sea is beautiful.
Sea is beautiful. Yeah.
So why do we even need to leave, right? So that's one of our
But by the way, we do understand why people leave, right?
Yes,
We
exactly.
just want to make sure that when you come back home, you'll make the most out of it while you're there,
Exactly, right.
because we know, we understand. Like Dave, for example, he understands the pain of being away, from his father, and you want to make sure that you're not going to stay there for 20 years. I mean, 30, 40 years.
Yeah.
I mean, you want to
that's
be
too
here.
long, right?
It's too long.
Yeah,
I mean,
and having a family
Exactly.
that's gonna
Exactly.
and I don't want anyone to have a toll in their relationship
Right.
just because of that.
Right.
And I think this brings us to the next question or the next part that we want to tackle is that what to look forward for this podcast, right?
Mm-hmm.
So basically, I think that we would share to people, or along with those who we interview, is that we share to them how to invest properly, perhaps.
Yes.
Yeah, and maybe make the most of their time while there, make the most of their money.
Oh, man, yeah.
Build better relationships, like network with the right people.
Right.
I mean, because I'm a firm believer, and I think you are as well, with the people who you know is like
Super.
You're the sum of it, right?
Super.
So we are so
I love
excited.
connecting to people, especially the right ones, and
They're gonna change your life,
change your life,
your mind. So
and here, when we invite people, you have the chance to connect to them.
yes, exactly. So,
Right.
and we're trying to get as much as successful Filipinos as we could.
Yeah.
And so
And
that's-
maybe foreigners, because sometimes
Yeah.
they're here in the Philippines.
Yeah.
It's one. Did you wonder that? Like, I wonder about this because we're all trying to leave. and they're trying to be
coming
here,
here,
right? And so
that's
kinda weird.
that's actually a good topic. And
yeah, maybe we can talk about that.
yeah. I mean, there's so many things we could talk about and so many topics to tackle. And I'm so excited about this project, man.
Yeah, I'm so super excited about this project.
Yeah,
right?
and yeah, I think that's the main part of our show, and we actually have what we call, or we're not finalizing it. It's called lightning round or what. But I mean, but we will have this in our segments all the time. So
yeah,
let's start with the first question. Maybe we could answer each one of it. So what makes you wake up in the morning, Joe? What makes you wake up in the morning?
So what makes you wake up in the morning is really my family. You know, I wake up. I'm a family man. I have 2 kids, beautiful wife, and I wake up, you know, just to see them and be with them, and you know that excites me.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, for my case, I think being single for now, I think I don't want to air that out. But the thing is, I think what makes me wake up in the morning is I'm a scaredy cat. Actually, I have to be honest with that. I'm afraid of the future.
Wow.
And
we all are.
I'm so anxious about it, and I know people advise us to think of that now. But the thing is, I can't help it. I have that in me.
Yeah.
So I actually, because of my vision of the future, that wakes me up. And I now have a better vision, of course, of, you know, being successful and reaching my dreams, and that wakes me up in the morning, like remembering those things. And I have a dream board for that.
Yeah.
You know, I put it on the side of my bedside table, and I just watch it, and that's one of the reasons why I wake up, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about you ask the next question?
Next question is, who inspires you? Dave, let me have you answer that.
Well, yeah, I think it's my family now, and I'm thinking about the future family as well. So I think that those are the people who inspires me. I always believe that I have an obligation to inspire. I mean, to provide with for my family, and I think that's where I got my inspiration. And also another thing, I'm answering too, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
But my other inspiration is the vision of myself. I want to leave a legacy in this world.
Right. Sure.
I want to leave something behind that people could actually, you know, learn from, or
This is it.
Yeah, perhaps, I don't know.
Hopefully.
But I'm working on it. I don't know what it is, but I'm on my way. How about you, Joe?
Okay, so aside from my family, you know, I really read a lot, and
Awesome.
I get inspired with that. I watch motivational videos in YouTube, and you know, I watch inspirational podcasts and all. Well, listen and watch inspirational podcasts, and it's all these things. You know, just you know, inspires me to really do great things in the morning, creative stuff like this podcast.
Yeah, I bet you're gonna be inspired with the guests we're gonna invite here, right?
Yes. I'm so excited with our guests.
Hopefully. Yeah, so we have a lot of, you know, all FW listeners out there, and most of our Filipinos as well are working so hard for their
Hi,
families.
guys.
Hello. And our goal is to help them come home and see the big picture, right?
Yes.
So what's your message for them, if you have a message to share?
Well, for now, you know, just hang on. We're gonna provide as a podcast as with respect to this podcast. My message is, I wish you the best and greatest life there is, and I hope that this podcast will make a difference for your life and your family. Yeah. I don't know that, but that's the passionate answer.
Yeah,
right
yeah. And for my case, I think I think they're the modern heroes of today's. They are the heroes of their families, their kids, their daughters, their sons. And I think that my message for them is to, you know, you've made a huge sacrifice, and I don't want any sacrifice to put to waste. And if you think about it, there's so many options out there that you could you know, start doing it on the sides that will probably give you a better, or, you know, that would, you know, lessen like my case, the anxiety of the future, and truly come home when the time comes, right?
Yeah. Well, talking about, I'm just gonna go off script right now. You know, talking about, you know, they did, you know, from an economic standpoint, like being the OFW as a whole is making huge difference in our country, and you know, it's like a multi-billion industry, basically.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
and we rejoice with that. That comes with a cost, and we do understand that.
Yes,
right?
it is.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
we're for
something
you.
that-
We're routing for you guys. You know, we're doing this. Well, for ourselves,
for Filipinos
but
and
for
everyone,
you
yeah.
guys and for people out there who are
All right.
working and they feel like they're stuck. They need help, and we're here, guys.
All and the last question is, where can people find out more about us?
Wow,
So
I haven't set up my social media account.
Yeah, but we have actually we have a website. And
okay.
That's
Yeah,
the
for
big
the
picture, the PH in a Facebook group. It's not yet. It was an old page and old site that we're trying to reinvent because
Yes.
now we're so clear with our purpose of why we're doing it.
Yes.
And yeah, so you'll hear
Let's-
a lot from
so,
that.
Let's say that again. It's the big picture that ph.
Yes.
Yes.
And of course, you could connect with us both in social media.
Yes.
You could connect with me on Twitter at Dave Visaya. That's my Twitter handler. I don't know if
I
you
think
have a Twitter.
I have a Twitter.
You could use a Facebook though. I mean,
But yeah,
search it.
just find me on Facebook. It's Joseph.Librero. And
All right. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's it for our first.
for our first episode, I'm excited. I'm excited for episode number 2, 3, 4.
Yes,
and
so-
5.
So
and
stay
so on.
tuned, guys, and we will provide you with the best content soon.
The best content in the universe
All right.
for you.
Bye.
All right. Bye.